Let's put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Heavenly Father, we come to you in this hour, asking for your guidance and protection to our virtual gathering today. We thank you for the gift of life, the gift of family, the gift of work, and the gift of friendship. We thank you for this great opportunity to bring us together in this session as brothers and sisters. Bless the community, the facilitator, and the attendees of this gathering. May we continue to value and appreciate the true essence and meaning of life with the help of your grace. And as we go along our discussion today, we humbly pray that you would deepen our understanding. Lord, enlighten us and give us wisdom every day. Forgive us for our shortcomings and remind us to always be mindful of the things we do in life. We offer our life and our decisions to you, O Lord. May this gathering today create a memorable experience and a fruitful outcome. We ask this through our Lord Jesus Christ, our Redeemer and our Savior. Amen.
Good morning, everyone. From the Office of Soul, I am Cindy Ruth Villariza, the Secretary of the Office. So before we begin this session, let me remind you to please mute your microphone and rename your Zoom name to your complete name and department so that we can identify you. You may turn on your video camera during the session. And later, there will be an open forum. If you have any questions with regards to the session, please type it in the chat box or use the raise hand in Zoom reactions button and unmute yourself. Reminder, this session is a video recorded and recordings will be made available at Silliman Online University Learning website and also to our YouTube channel. Just search Silliman Online University Learning, then kindly subscribe to it so that you can watch other previous trainings that we have conducted. Today, we will have interesting topic to talk about on synchronous learning using Google Meet. Our trainer this session is Mr. John Sant Palama, a faculty member of the office. Let's give him a round of applause. Sir John, the virtual floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Sin. Good morning, everyone. Yes, good morning. Okay, so we are eight in the session, and I'd like to say welcome to this synchronous learning on the use of the Google Meet. Allow me to share my screen first. Okay. So this morning we will be learning the features of the Google Meet and then how is it really important to the synchronous learning. Basically, um, Google Meet is a video communication service developed by Google. It is one of two apps or application that constitute the replacement for Google Hangouts, the other being Google Chat. So before it is actually being added by Google Hangouts plus Google Chat, and it turns out to Google Meet. Now the very main highlights of this session are Google Meet has launched a slew of new features exclusively for teachers and students. Now, we already know that this video conferencing platform has been used by a lot of establishment and institutions for having a meeting and classes. Now, Google Meet has rolled out features including mute all students, moderation tools, and meetings for everyone. So previously, it doesn't have all of these features. Right now, we have a lot of features in Google Meet, which is very important and, of course, useful in terms of having classes. Now, another highlight is the search giant has launched improved security controls that will let the teachers decide who can join the classes. So basically, this refers to admitting the participants, um, like we do in Zoom, right? Before we actually um, have our session, basically we will first admit those participants. Now, in Google Meet, we have already that one as one of the highlight and features. Okay, so I also want to, give these features to this session so that everybody will know how and yeah, how Google Meet really important to the synchronous learning. In Google Meet, we have unlimited number of meetings, right? You can connect with anyone, your coworkers or clients or classmates as often as you'd like. You can invite up to 100 participants to a meeting. If you're using a free version of Google Meet, anyone you will invite need to sign in with a Google account to join the meeting for the added security. So I believe that everybody already have a Google account. So basically, if you have the Google account, then one of the Google application there is a Google Meet. Then you can actually join the session. So that's the first feature. Another one is live captioning during meetings. Before, we don't have this feature, right? Having this right now, you can actually um, live captions powered by Google Speech recognition technology. When you speak, then there's a subtitle at the lower portion that is good only for English, right? So if you wish to have a session that has a subtitle on it, then basically you will just turn on your live captioning so that um, there is a subtitle on it. Another thing is Google Meet is compatible across devices. Google Meet works on any device. You can join a meeting from your desktop, your laptop, or your Android or iPhone or iPad. So basically, this feature is really compatible to other devices such as your phone. We also have here another feature, which is video and audio preview screen. So this mean that before you join a meeting, you can actually prepare yourselves, right? By, you know, changing the background, checking yourself first before joining the meeting. After clicking your meeting code or link, you can adjust your camera and microphone before joining, right? And that's one of the feature. Another thing is adjustable layout and screen settings, right? So it has been stated here that Meet automatically switches the layout in a video meeting to display the most active content and participants. To switch layout, we have there the vertical dots in the lower corner of the Meet screen. So you can actually adjust the layout and the screen settings below the screen. Later on, I will be showing that one. And another new feature for Google Meet is controls for meeting hosts. Now, we have this new feature. Anyone can easily pin, same as in Zoom. We can actually mute or remove the participants, right? For privacy reasons, you cannot unmute another person. Ask them to unmute their audio. For education accounts, only the meeting creator can mute or remove others. So that is another feature that the person who has an account can control the meeting host. We also have here screen sharing with participants. You will present your entire screen or an application window to share presentations or collaborate on documents. So basically, you can actually do screen sharing in Google Meet. And then we can message with participants. So yeah, same as in Zoom, we can actually, message the person who would uh, like us to message, then you can do that one in the Google Meet. And of course, another feature is we can actually turn off messaging in Google Meet so that others cannot message each other once you have turned off your messaging. That's another feature. Another thing is integration with Google and Microsoft Office application. So you can join meetings directly from your email or your Google Calendar. Later on, we will be doing that one so that we can, yeah, foresee what are these features has been, you know, relaying to us. The question is how to set meeting in Google Meet. I believe that everybody in the session right now already know how to set the meeting in Google Meet, right? Give me a virtual thumbs up if you are familiar with Google Meet and you're done setting it before. Very good. Yes. Now, I believe that everybody has already a background on Google Meet, so we'll just, give a ran through and then a review on this. So, since you know how to set already a meeting in Google Meet, then let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is we'll go to our email or let's log in our email. I'll share first my screen here. Okay. For you to, do the process, you can actually do it by yourself there using your desktop or laptop if you wish to, so that everyone will be guided along the training. Okay, so I'll wait for you to open your Google. And then in the tab here, you may type in gmail.com and then log in using your email. In my case, I already been logged in to my email. So here, I'll give you a minute or two if you wish to log in your email so that you can join me on the process and the steps of doing the task right now. A while ago, we have been asked on how to set a meeting in Google Meet. So basically, the first thing that we need to do in order for us to secure our links and other stuffs is in setting the Google Meet, we will proceed to the Google Calendar. Where can we find the Google Calendar? Basically, we can find it under the Google application, right? If you click on this one, there is a calendar here. This is Google Calendar, this one. Okay, you click on that. And basically, this is the interface of the Google Calendar, right? So this will help you in, you know, putting a notes on the calendar or a reminder to the calendar. And in the interface, we have it here. You can actually set it for day or else week and month or as a year, right? But in my case, I will be setting it here per month. Okay, so this is the interface again of the Google Calendar. Now, the thing that we need to do right now is to have a schedule, right? To set a schedule, for example, if we have a schedule for a class tomorrow, it's Wednesday and it's July 7th. Now, the thing that you need to do is just only click on the square here, right? Click that one, and there is to the specific date. Sorry, to the specific date, and then you may add your title of the event, right? So assuming that we'll be having a class tomorrow, for example, so we will set the title here or the event sample class link. Okay, so there. Next is you can set the time to the specific class. Like, for example, tomorrow we'll be having a class on what time? For example, um, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. So basically, we have 11 and 12, then that's 2 hours. So then, if you wish to repeat all of these, you know, classes every Wednesday, you may have it weekly on Wednesday, monthly on the first Wednesday, annually on, every year and every weekday. So you can actually set it here, but in my case, I will be setting is this one for tomorrow's class. So I'll just set it um, July 7 and Wednesday 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. So I will not change anything here because I only have a class tomorrow and I will be using this link. Okay. And you can actually add guests to the specific event. As you have observed, we also have here a Google Meet video conferencing, which if you click this one, there will be an automated link being provided, right? As you have observed, there is a link. And this link will be the link for our classes already tomorrow, for example, right? And then you can copy the link. This is a copy conference info which you can copy the link itself. We also have here the video call option or the settings and then the details. Now, the very important thing here is just only we have the link for our class. And then other stuffs here are you can actually add your location. However, this is optional whether if you wish to add a location or not. And add description or attachment. For example, you may click on add description and then you type in this is a sample link. This is a sample. Okay. Okay. For example, and then you can actually add attachments such as PowerPoint presentation or a PDF file here automatically, right? Assuming that there is a chance or tendencies that if you forgot to attach your PDF file in your virtual classroom, and then you let your students have the file being downloaded, and you may attach the file it here in the Google Calendar by clicking Add Attachment. And we also have here more option. If you click on more option, there you can see the thing that we have a while ago, right? Um, I'd like to emphasize that again, we can add attachment. So let's try adding an attachment. By the way, tell me if I'm too fast. Huh? Okay. Sige. Okay. I'll click on the icon here to add an attachment. So I'll click on this. Basically, um, you can add an attachment from your drive to the file being shared to you, or if you wish to upload an attachment, then you can. Okay, in our case right now, we will upload an attachment. So click on upload. You can actually do drag and draft, or else you can also click on the select file from your device and then choose a file that you need to upload. Okay, so in my case, I'll be uploading a paper and then click on upload. So basically, those people who has the account, I mean, who has the link, will also have the file, right? Will also have the file, the PDF file. Once they have the link, you can also add guest here. Okay, and then once you're done setting up everything, then click on save. Okay, so that's how we're going to set an event for an appointment right here. Now, if you click on this again, you can edit if you wish to edit. You can delete if the meeting we're done already, and then you can actually email guests to join the meeting. So for example, here you can do email. You can print, duplicate, and other stuffs here. Sorry. Okay, so I'll just copy the link. Sorry. Okay, here. Click on edit if you wish to edit. Okay, and then you can actually add guest here again. I'll try to add Sir Fred, Lisa, and the people who are joining our session right now. Ma'am Margaret. What's your email, Mom? Margaret.
Uh, Margaret U. Alvarez at SU.
Okay,
Margaret U. Alvarez.
this one, Mom, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, and then Mario. You have Mario. Yeah, you can actually do this one in. How about Ma'am Flordeline? Ansay mong email, Ma'am, so that we can add you as a guest here.
Sir, Maria C. Maria C.
Maria C.
C. That's the one. Maria Flor de Lin, that's the one. With the
Okay,
red. Yeah.
thank
Okay.
you. Let's have Ma'am Nelly. Okay. Also have here Ma'am Ann. What's your email, Ma'am Ann?
Mirna M. Villamil.
Mirna.
M. Villamil.
Okay, here.
This one, yeah.
Thank you. Also have here Ma'am Narisa. Ma'am Narisa, thank you for joining. Yeah. You can actually add guest here in Google Meet using the Google Calendar. And then click on save. And then there is a notification here asking, would you like to send invitation emails to Google Calendar guests? So basically, these guests are the people who are being added a while ago, right? So I'll click on, you can actually go back to editing, and if you wish to add other people, and then you may, if you wish not to send this one, then click don't send. In my case, I will be sending this link to you so that we can join our session, for example. So if I click on send, another notification has been pop up here, and then it states guest from outside your organization. So basically, um, there are cases and there are again tendencies that other students, our students, are using their personal emails, such as mine here. The following guests are from outside your organization, so it we also being reminded that there is someone who is outside our organization, because all of our emails being added a while ago are the SU emails. Now, I also added my personal email, which I use johnpalama@gmail.com. So there is a notification whether you wish to invite them or not. In my case, I will be inviting them and see what will happen next if there are um, guests outside of your organization, right? We'll see. So click on invite all guests, and then after clicking that one, you can actually set whether they can view or comment or edit. Okay. So in my case, you can view it and then click on invite. Okay. There is another notification here states that share outside of the files organization, because a while ago I'll be attaching an attachment, right? What they are checking whether we will send this one also to the email who is not part of our organization in Silliman University. So in my case, I will be sending it to them and then click on got it. Okay. So the thing that we need to do right now is to check on our emails whether we have received the confirmation or the event or wala. Sige, I'll give you time to check your email if naka-receive ba mo sa invitation link. In my case, I'll be checking it here. My personal email. Right. I hope you have received something. Very good. Thank you, Ma'am Nelly. Wow, very good. Thank you, Ma'am Flordeline. So that what will happen if you wish to set a event using Google Calendar. Okay. So in my case, I also receive an invitation link, which is yeah, states here that our class will be tomorrow, July 7, right, at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And you can also see who's the people are joining and who is the organizer. Okay. So that's the yeah, thank you, Ma'am Ann. Yeah, that's the invitation. I hope everybody received the invitation. Okay, the next thing that we need to do is, yeah, click on that one and then click on join with Google Meet so that, yeah, assuming that we are now on July 7th, it's Wednesday, so we have a class now. So click on the link, the provided link, the one that you have with you in your email. And then in my case, it state here that camera failed because I was actually using Zoom right now, the camera of Zoom, and it's having a complex between the camera of Google Meet and the Zoom. So we'll check whether I'll stop first my video in Zoom so that my camera will be made available now. Yeah, here. Yeah, pwede na siya. Okay. Once you're done clicking the link with you in your email, then basically, um, what you can see in your screen right now is a triple dot icon here. However, it's actually moving. Why? Because it means that your audio or microphone is working well. You can check whether your microphone is working well or your camera also. And the one that I have told you a while ago, which is the background, you can actually change background here. In this case, there are provided virtual background because as you can see there, you cannot add, right? You cannot add virtual background. However, in your personal account, like johnpalama@gmail.com, you can actually add your virtual background, such as in Zoom. So yeah, this is the thing that was being highlighted a while ago in the presentation that you need to set first yourself. I-check sa ang background, kung okay ra ba, right? Okay, di ba? Tsada mong balay. Okay. Next, if you wish to join the meeting, then click on join here. Okay. Now, this is the Google Meet interface, right? This is the Google Meet interface. Okay, if you wish to check again your microphone, if it's totally working, then you can see an icon here that is moving. So it means that your microphone or your audio is working well. Okay, this is an icon where you can turn off or turn on your microphone. Okay, and an icon where you can turn off or turn on your camera. And then, yeah, this is turn captions. This is the one that I have mentioned in the presentation also, that if you click on this, there is a subtitle that will pop up below your presentation. Hello, good morning. Okay, something like that. There is a caption that will s- pop up below your presentation. Sir Steve, okay, yeah. So that is caption, live caption. You can actually turn it on or turn it off. Okay, so this is only applicable for English and then um, Tagalog will not work here. Uh, see, this is one of the new feature in Google Meet. So I'd like to turn it off. Okay, so it will be going back to normal. Next is we also have here raise hand icon where you can use this one if you have questions and if you wish to, add something to the discussion, then you can actually click on raise hand. Okay. And then we also have here present now icon where you can present your presentation um, in a window or a tab or the entire screen. So for the entire screen, you can click on this if you wish to have a good, the whole screen will be occupied and then or utilized. And then we also have a window and then a tab. So if you wish to click on the window, then you may select on what presentation would you like to present, then click on that one and then click share. And I do hope that you see my presentation. We also have here tab where you can share also. Right. I'm looking for a PDF file where I can share to everybody on the use of the tab here. Share tab. Okay, I hope you can see. Right. You can visit our virtual classrooms here. That's how we're going to share our tab. Okay. Next is that's sharing and presenting your presentation. We also have here different options and functions in or features in Google Meet. Okay, so here we have whiteboard, and then if you wish to have this in the class, then you can um, use this for a class presentation, okay, by using or by sending it here. I hope you can see the Jamboard. And then in the Jamboard, you can write anything. You can erase if you wish to. There is a sticky note that is, you can, this is a sample. Okay. Or else you can, sorry, you can add a picture or an image. You can also upload, for example, this one. Yeah. And then we also have here shapes and text box. Yeah. There, if you wish to apply all of these things in the class, then you can by simply clicking whiteboard or the Jamboard itself on the right corner of your screen. I believe there is a separate tutorial or training on the Jamboard, so I will not discuss thoroughly on what's the feature inside the platform. Okay, so as long as we know that we can integrate Jamboard in our Meet, then that's great. Okay. And then another features here, we can record a meeting. So if you wish to record a meeting, then click on um, record meeting and then click start recording. So click on start recording. There is a notification that will states here that recording a meeting without the consent of all participants may be illegal and other stuff. So make sure everybody's ready and then click on start. So it has been recorded if we already see a red icon here that it was being recorded. Okay, the question is, where can we find a recording? Okay, where can we find a recording? So basically, you can find the recording in your drive. Okay, and then, yeah, if you wish to try joining if you wish to try joining the meet, then as you have observed a while ago, there is a prompt that pops up na you can admit the people or same sa Zoom, you can admit the participants before manggod in Google Meet. If you have the link with you, then you can join easily. Now, the new feature in Google Meet is if you have um yeah, if you wish to join the session, then wait for your time that you will be admitted to the host. So that's the new feature in Google Meet. So we already have the admit and remove and pin and everything. Okay, so I also would like to try on this one. Ako daw try yan, maka-join ba ko? Okay. Unsay, what can you see on the on my presentation? Is there here. We have a prompt here that states someone wants to join this call. You deny the entry or admit the person. Okay? So same sa Zoom, 'di ba? In Zoom we can admit, we can deny, right? So we already have that new feature now in Meet, Google Meet. So this is a good news to everybody, right? Especially for those who are into Google Meet while having classes, then you can use this, right? So in my case, I will state here that John Palama outside Salaman University because I am using my personal email, which is gmail.com. So I admit this one so that both of us can join the session. We'll see. Sumali ngayon. So, duwan ako. Yeah. So again, I'll leave the session. If you wish to leave, then we have here, you can join again or go back to your home screen. Okay. So that's the other feature that really like to share today. We can admit, we can remove, right? So in this case, if I join back to the session, automatic join because you have the permission already. Okay, so I'll go back here and then check on the participants. And then as you can see, we have more actions here. We can remove the person to our meeting and you can add people. You can mute and you can control. Okay, that's the new feature. Another thing is you can stop recording. Again, you can stop recording. Sige, let's stop the recording. Stop. Stop recording. And we'll see where can we find the recording file, right? Later on, it will be sent to our drive and to our email. So while uploading past the recording, let's continue on the other feature. We have changed layout. We have here auto. We also have here tiled where you can see everybody in the presentation. The spotlight will be the person who is talking will be um, spotlighted. And then we also have a sidebar, the one that we have right now. Okay, so you can actually change the layout. And then full screen, if you wish to utilize the whole screen, then you can. And then we also have here change background, right? Change background. Again, you can change your background by simply clicking the your chosen, background. We also have here, yeah, the captions and everything. All of these here below are technicalities, right? And it's being set it already. So, yeah. I also want to add the I in the session today that in your personal email, you can add your background. Unlike our institutional email, the one that we use right now, the su.edu.ph, we cannot add background, right? As you can see, diba? Right? There is no icon here where you can add your own personalized background. However, in our personal email, you can, you know, change the background by yourself. Okay, so this is my personal email, the one that I have used a while ago, the johnpalama@gmail.com. So it's not SU anymore. This we'll try whether we can change our virtual background or not. Okay, so I'll go to Google Meet and then yeah, right. As you can see, as you can see, this is my actual background. Now, I'd like to change my background by simply clicking or going to here, change background. Okay, the difference between the institutionalized, email, you cannot add your chosen or personalized background. However, your personal email, if you wish to add something background by yourself, then you can, right? We have here an icon, a plus icon where you can add your background. Okay, I'll click on that one and then click on the chosen background, then yeah, here. So that's the very difference between your personal email and the institutionalized email, which is the su.edu.ph. At least we already know that, okay, in our personal email, we can actually add, right? Add our chosen background. Diba? Okay, because in the institutionalized, it was just being limited lang. Okay, they provided the feature, they provided the background. You cannot choose by your own. However, in this, um, if you use your personal email, then you can actually change your background. Okay, so I'll go back here in my resort. Char. Okay, what else? We also have here the meeting details. You can click on this one so that you can see the meeting details where if you wish somebody will join the meeting because they're late and if they wanted to join the meeting, then click on the joining information are here in the meeting details. This one, you just copy the link and send it to them so that they can join the meeting. And as you have observed the meeting details, you also have see here our attachment, the one that we have uploaded a while ago. Another Another feature is we have the people or the participants, a Zoom pani participants in the meet. It's people. You can let all the participants muted, and you can manually add people if you wish to, and then you can control, right? Host. You can control if you're the host. States here that let everyone may everyone share their screen or not. So pwede po din mo i-change. If you wish not everybody to share their screen, then you will turn it off or switch it off. And then if you wish everybody send messages and greet each other, then let this one turned on. Okay? And if, kanang na if dili ka ganahan nga magchatanay sila, then you can actually set this off. All right? So that the participants cannot chat each other. However, if you turn it on, then basically the participants can now chat each other. So you have the control actually in the meet. That's the new features that I love to share with you right now, that we can turn off the chat messages, we can turn off their sharing, right? So yeah, that's the feature. It's the people. We also have here the chat. So naapunta din here. We also have here let everybody send messages and turn on or turn off. Yeah, that all depends on you. Okay, and then what else? Recording, whiteboarding. We're done with that. And then yeah, share their screen, send chat messages and other stuff. So we're done with that. Okay. So we'll check our email, my email, if I have received my recording a while ago. I hope so. Yeah, here. So basically, once you're done with the recording, you automatically have a copy on the recording here. So basically, this recording was a recording a while ago that we have our session. So di na mo masigig koan ask for a copy because once you entered your email, it was automatically being sent to your email now for your copy. Okay, that's a great and good news in Google Meet. Any question before we proceed to our last topic? Any question before we proceed? I hope this will help you. Very good. Thank you. Now, our last topic is how how the Google Meet being integrated to my soul as our learning management system, right? That's the very main question because everything will go through my soul mandiba. So even if we use Zoom, we go to Soul and Meet. If we wish to meet our class, then we will use Soul. Now, our last topic is integrating Google Meet to my soul, particularly in our virtual classroom. So, ako na ning off akong cam so that I can use my camera here in Zoom now. Okay. So then, this is my classroom. I mean, the interface of Soul, and I will just use my virtual classroom in my nursing class. So if I click this one, again, our objective for the last um, is to integrate the link to my soul, right? In my classroom, in my virtual classroom, I have everything here, my lesson one, two, three, four, and so on and so forth. And the last portion of it, second to the last portion of it, is the video conference room, right? A video conference room. It means that student will just go here whether if we have a synchronous, session. Click on this one, and then yeah, naano ko yung mga existing synchronous session. I have Zoom and I also have the the Google Meet. Let's add another one for Google Meet. You can yeah, here. So by adding the link here in our Zoom, I'll delete na lang this one. I'll copy first so that we can have let's delete this one. Okay. How are we going to integrate the Google Meet and Zoom? So we'll just click on create learning activity, and then in the next thing that you need to do is look for URL or Uniform Resource Locator. So you click on this one, and then set or put a label on your video conference room. Like for example, video session room. Okay. And then after you're done, typing your label or your name of your room, then let's now paste the link in the calendar a while ago. I'll go back to my SU calendar and then copy the link. This is a copy conference info where I can copy the link, right? This one. And then just paste the link here. Sorry. I'll go back. And then just copy the link. Meeting details. This one. Okay, and then you put your description on the meeting. This is optional, or you can actually add the description here. For example, let's meet tomorrow. Let's meet on July 7, 2021 at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Okay. And then in my case, I will be adding some icon here so that they know that this icon is this conference is on the use of the Google Meet platform. 400, you can set it here. Sorry, display. So here, after saving it, then you may now see the presentation or the one that you have created a while ago. It's a video session room. So if you click on this one, the students, if you the students click on this one, then basically they will be redirected to the Google Meet session. Okay. So again, you can integrate Zoom, you can integrate Google Meet to our virtual synchronous session. That's it for this day. If you have questions, please feel free to ask questions if you have. I hope it is very understandable. Any questions would you like to ask? Any questions or clarifications? I hope everything was understandable. Yeah, you may use this one to your, synchronous session if you have classes, right? 'Di ba? We have the different features na in Google Meet unlike before nga limited lang, right?
Sir Jan,
Yes, ma'am.
this is Marge Alvarez. I want to ask a question. If we do not go into Google Meet from my soul, then we're not considered as having met the class. I mean, yung recording ba of my soul. Kasi 'di ba, I get these ano kasi from Dr. Dave. I get uh these tables from him about faculty who how many hours they have met their class based on my soul data.
Yes, ma'am.
So if teachers as teachers we just schedule a class
Mm-mm.
through our Gmail, it's not recorded as having met in my soul. So parang absent tayo on that day. So what do you suggest? I mean, well, I'm not really worried. I know that the
Yeah.
faculty are meeting their classes, no?
Yes, yes.
It's just in terms of the data
Uh,
that is collected by my soul ba.
yeah. It's
How relevant will that be? I mean, like if we go straight into
mm-mm.
Google Meet, then we
That's fine.
won't be recorded, di ba? Sa
Yes,
my
ma'am.
soul na
Yes, ma'am.
nagklase.
Yeah.
So,
The thing that we have right now, ma'am, is we recorded the session based on the asynchronous learning only. However,
oo.
in the synchronous, wala na siya na-count sa ato ang koan.
Yeah, hindi. Bale, synchronous siya as far as we're concerned.
Mm-mm.
Synchronous because we meet them through
Yes.
Google Meet, through our Gmail, pero hindi siya ma-considered as present kami as teachers and students on that day in my soul because we did not
Yeah. Because you're
arrange
using,
for the
yeah,
meeting.
your yeah,
So
Gmail.
so ang for me lang ba in terms of what my soul suggests because yun nga, it seems as though
Yes,
wala
ma'am.
mi ga klase, pero ga klase di I mean because
Yeah.
wala na mi nag-adtog my soul, murag,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And
Yes, yes, ma'am.
I guess that creates havoc for the data collection of
My soul.
my soul in terms of the classes that are being taught for that particular
Yeah,
sem. So
exactly.
I think this was raised also yesterday sa ano, the dean's conference. Someone was saying na um, we weren't meeting anymore through my soul, but that does not mean that our classes were not meeting.
Yeah,
Tapos
because you're
they
using
were
the
worried
other
that
platform.
ba that the your account in my soul or that particular class would be removed because it seemed as though wala ga
Wala
klase.
gigamit.
So I don't know how ano I guess
Yeah, I think they'll
dili accurate kuan ba data collection for my soul in that case, 'di ba? Because I think I got that from Dr. Marshall as a report of
mm-mm,
which teachers were not
not
meeting their
using.
classes pero
Yeah,
are actually meeting in Google Meet because as
then
you said, we can ano naman we can just go straight into our Gmail calendar and
set it there and then
yeah.
have the
Is there
link.
a way? I mean, would my soul know if we're meeting through our Gmail calendar? Wala mo, you don't have
Wala.
access to
Yes,
that
ma'am.
info.
Wala, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
That's why I really need to address right now that if somebody wish to have a class in Google Meet, then try to set it in our soul.
In my soul
Yes,
unta
ma'am.
para
In Ana. Yeah.
uh,
Mm-mm.
yeah, pero because yun nga like me for example, I have tried to find a way because the what you call that the big blue
Button.
button was
Yes,
there were certain limitations ba. So
exactly.
yun, so I disappeared na from my soul. Dito na ako sige sa Google Meet and
Yeah.
it worked for the students, it worked for us. But in terms of the data that's collected by the Soul Office, dili siya kompleto.
Again, because
Yun
others
lang.
are using other platform man, diba, ma'am? So, kana lang, ma'am. Pwede rata mo just copy the link and set it to Soul na lang.
Yeah,
Pwede ra.
also because initially students will go to my Soul Magyod and then look for
Exactly.
the link there. But yeah, okay, sige, thank you.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you,
I
Sir
hope that
John.
helps, ma'am.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay. So I believe that you don't have any other questions. Yeah, as part of the presentation, let's have a photo opportunity. Everyone, please do share your camera so that we will be having a picture taking for a while. Thank you. Oh, diba? Beautiful. Hi, Ma'am Nelly, Ma'am Floor, Ma'am Narisa. Yes, Sir Steve, please do the honor to
Yes, sir.
thank you.
So let me count in 1, 2, 3 so that you can take your best smile. Okay. 1, 2, 3, smile. Again, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Steve. Sh- Okay,
Thank you,
so
John.
thank you, ma'am. And then for you to have your certificate for today's training, please do click on the link that was being posted in the chat box. There you go. And then, if you wish, if you missed something for today's training, all of our Video recordings are available to our YouTube channel. Um, just visit Silliman Online University Learning YouTube channel and then look for the series of training there. And then please do subscribe our channel. Ta-da! Yeah. I also love to invite everybody for the upcoming training in my soul, for the preparation for the next school year of online distance learning. That's it, everyone. Thank you for attending. Goodbye and God bless you.